You cannot honestly believe this garbage. This socialism is going to destroy the country. Mom, you are completely brainwashed.
I was 21 years old when my mother burned my pride flag on the front lawn while the neighbors watched. It was June 2014, the summer after I graduated from Arizona State University with a degree in graphic design. I was living at home in the suburbs of Phoenix, saving money before moving out on my own. The plan was to stay maybe 6 months, build up some savings, then find an apartment in Tempe or downtown Phoenix. I'd known I was gay since I was 16. Knew it, accepted it, but never told my parents. Never told anyone in my family, actually. College had been my escape, my chance to explore who I was away from my mother's watchful, judgmental eyes. I'd dated women quietly. Had friends in the LGBTQ community. Went to a few pride events in Phoenix. But at home, I stayed closeted. It was easier that way. Less conflict. My mother, Carol, was a hardcore Republican and evangelical Christian. Fox News played constantly in our living room. She volunteered at our megachurch 3 days a week. She had strong opinions about everything, but especially about the gay agenda and liberal propaganda corrupting America's youth. I'd heard her rants my entire life. Heard her talk about how gay people were sinful, confused, victims of liberal brainwashing. How same-sex marriage was destroying the sanctity of marriage. How pride parades were disgusting displays of perversion. So yeah, I kept my mouth shut. Stayed quiet. Planned to move out and then maybe, eventually, come out to them from a safe distance. But that June, something shifted. I'd been home for 3 weeks, and the closet was suffocating me. I couldn't be myself in my own house. Couldn't talk about my life, my feelings, my truth. Every day felt like I was pretending to be someone I wasn't. I decided it was time. Time to stop hiding. Time to claim my identity, even if it meant conflict. I ordered a small pride flag from Amazon. $15. 2 feet by 3 feet. Rainbow stripes, beautiful and simple. It arrived in a plain brown package 3 days later. On a Saturday afternoon, June 14th, I hung it in my bedroom window. The window that faced the street, visible to anyone passing by. I used 2 thumbtacks to secure it to the curtain rod, stepped back, and looked at it. My pride flag. Displayed openly. For the first time in my life. I felt terrified and exhilarated in equal measure. This was a statement. A declaration. This was me saying I'm gay and I'm not ashamed. It was 1 p.m. when I hung it. My mother was out shopping. My father Tom was at the golf course. My younger sister Emma, who was 11, was at a friend's house for a sleepover. The house was empty, quiet. I took a photo of the flag in the window and sent it to my best friend Sarah with the caption, "Did it? It's up." She responded immediately, "Proud of you. How do you feel?" Scared. But good. Really good. Your parents home? Not yet. Mom's shopping. But she'll be back soon. Good luck. Call me if you need anything. Anything at all. Thanks. I spent the next 2 hours in my room, trying to work on some freelance design projects but mostly just staring at the flag and waiting for the inevitable confrontation. My mother came home at 3 p.m. I heard the garage door open, heard her car pull in. Heard the door from the garage to the kitchen open and close. Heard her setting down grocery bags. Then, silence. For about 30 seconds. Then footsteps. Fast footsteps. Running up the stairs. My bedroom door burst open so hard it slammed against the wall. My mother stood in the doorway, face red, breathing hard. "What is that in your window?" she shouted, pointing at the pride flag. I stood up from my desk chair, trying to keep my voice calm. "It's a pride flag. I can see what it is. Take it down. Right now." "No." What do you mean, no? I mean I'm not taking it down. I'm gay, Mom. This is who I am. I'm not hiding anymore. Her face went from red to almost purple. You are not gay. Don't you dare say that. I am gay. I've known for years. I'm gay, and I'm not ashamed of it, and I'm not going to hide it in my own home. This is not your home. This is my home. And there will be no gay propaganda, no liberal garbage, no sinful displays in my Christian house. It's just a flag, Mom. It's a symbol of pride and acceptance. It's a symbol of sin. Of perversion. Of everything that's wrong with this country. She crossed my room in 3 strides, reached up, and ripped the flag from the curtain rod. The thumbtacks went flying, and one of them hit me in the arm. Mom, stop. That's mine. She ignored me, clutching the flag in her fist, and stormed out of my room. I followed her down the stairs, my heart pounding. Mom, what are you doing? Give it back. She didn't respond. Just kept walking. Through the kitchen, out the back door, around the side of the house to the front yard. Our front yard was visible from the entire street. It was 3 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon in a suburban Phoenix neighborhood. People were out. Kids riding bikes. Mr. Patterson next door was watering his lawn. Mrs. Henderson across the street was getting her mail. They all turned to watch as my mother marched to the middle of our front lawn, threw my pride flag on the grass, and walked to the garage. Mom, please don't do this, I said, following her. But I already knew what was coming. She emerged from the garage with a bottle of Kingsford lighter fluid and her silver Zippo lighter. The lighter my grandfather had given her. The one she'd had for 20 years. Mom, no. Please. She didn't even look at me. Just walked back to the flag, squirted lighter fluid all over it. The chemical smell was sharp in the hot Arizona air. I looked around. Mrs. Henderson had her iPhone out, filming. Mr. Patterson had stopped watering and was staring. 2 kids on bikes had stopped at the end of our driveway. Mom, everyone's watching. Please don't do this. Good, she said loudly. Let them watch. Let them see what happens to gay propaganda in a Christian home. She flicked open the Zippo and held it to the flag. It went up immediately. The synthetic fabric caught fast, flames spreading across the rainbow stripes, turning them black. Thick smoke rose into the clear blue sky. My mother stood over the burning flag like it was a campfire, arms crossed, face triumphant. And then she started shouting. Making sure everyone could hear. No gay propaganda in my house. No liberal garbage in my Christian home. This is the Lord's house. We will not tolerate sin. We will not accept perversion. I stood on our driveway, frozen, watching the flag burn. Watching the rainbow turn to ash. Watching the neighbors stare. Watching Mrs. Henderson film the whole thing. The humiliation was crushing. Worse than any physical pain. My mother had just publicly declared not only that she rejected me, but that she was proud of rejecting me. That she wanted everyone to know. The flag burned for maybe 2 minutes. Then it was just a black, melted puddle on the grass, sending up one last plume of smoke. My mother turned and walked past me into the house without a word. Like she'd just taken out the trash. Like it was nothing. I stood there for another minute, staring at the ash stain on our lawn. Then I turned and followed her inside. She was in the kitchen, putting away groceries like nothing had happened. That was my flag, I said. My voice was shaking. You had no right to burn it. I have every right. This is my house. My rules. And there will be no displays of sin in my house. I'm not a sin. Being gay is not a sin. The Bible is very clear. I don't care what you think the Bible says. I care that you just humiliated me in front of the entire neighborhood. Mrs. Henderson was filming it. Good. Maybe it'll help her keep an eye on her own children. Make sure they don't fall into the same trap you did. Trap? Mom, I didn't fall into anything. This is who I am. Who I've always been. No. You were brainwashed. By liberal college professors. By the media. By the gay agenda. But you're still my daughter, and I can still save you. Save me from what? From yourself. From sin. From hell. You're going to see Pastor Mike. He has a program for people like you. People struggling with same-sex attraction. He can help you. I don't want help. I don't need to be fixed. There's nothing wrong with me. There is everything wrong with this. And if you live under my roof, you'll follow my rules. You'll see Pastor Mike. You'll get right with God. And you'll take down any other perverted things you have in this house. I stared at my mother. Really looked at her. Saw the absolute conviction in her eyes. The certainty that she was right and I was wrong. That she was saving me and I was too blind to see it. And I realized, this would never get better. She would never accept me. Never see me as anything other than broken, sinful, in need of fixing. I couldn't stay here. I'm leaving, I said. What? I'm leaving. I'm packing my things and I'm leaving. Today. Don't be ridiculous. Where will you go? Anywhere but here. You can't just leave. You don't have money. You don't have a job. You need us. I need parents who love me for who I am. You're not those parents. So I'm leaving. I turned and walked upstairs before she could respond. Went to my room and pulled 2 Samsonite suitcases from my closet. Started throwing in clothes, toiletries, my laptop, chargers, anything essential. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely zip the first suitcase. My phone rang. Sarah. I saw Mrs. Henderson's Facebook post. She filmed your mom burning your flag. Rachel, are you okay? She already posted it? Yeah. Like 5 minutes ago. It's going viral, the neighborhood group. Are you safe? I'm leaving. Right now. Can I stay with you? Of course. Absolutely. How long do you need? I don't know. As long as you'll let me. I can pay rent once I find work. Don't worry about that right now. Just get here safely. Text me when you leave. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hung up and kept packing. 40 minutes later, both suitcases were full. Everything I couldn't fit, I'd have to leave behind. Photos. Books. Childhood memories. But I couldn't stay here another night. I carried the suitcases downstairs. My father had come home at some point. He was in the living room with my mother, talking in low voices. They both stopped when they saw me. Rachel, what are you doing? My father asked. Leaving. Ask your wife why. Your mother told me about the flag. She said you announced you're gay. I am gay. And she burned my flag on the front lawn while the neighbors watched. So I'm leaving. Maybe you should take some time to think about this. I've had 21 years to think about it, Dad. I'm gay. I've always been gay. And I can't live in a house where that's treated like a disease. It's not a disease, my mother interjected. It's a choice. A sinful choice. And we're trying to help you make better choices. By burning my flag? By humiliating me publicly? That's helping? Sometimes love is tough. Sometimes we have to be harsh to save people from themselves. That's not love, Mom. That's control. That's abuse. And I'm done with it. I picked up my suitcases and walked toward the front door. If you walk out that door, you're choosing that lifestyle over your family, my mother said. I turned back to look at her. No. You chose your ideology over your daughter. I'm just protecting myself from that choice. We won't support this. If you leave, don't expect money. Don't expect help. You'll be on your own. I've been on my own my whole life. You've just never noticed. I opened the door just as Emma's friend's mom pulled up to drop her off. Emma got out of the car, saw me with suitcases, and her face went white. Rachel? What's happening? Where are you going? I set down the suitcases and hugged my baby sister tight. She was 11 years old, still so young. I didn't want to leave her here. But I couldn't stay. I have to go, Em. I'm sorry. Why? What happened? Ask Mom and Dad. They'll explain it however they want. But I want you to know, I love you. So much. And I'll always be your sister. Always. No matter what. Don't leave me, she said, crying into my shoulder. Please don't go. I have to. But I'll call you. I'll text. I promise. And when you're older, you can come visit me. Okay? She nodded, still crying. I kissed the top of her head and pulled away before I lost my nerve. Loaded my suitcases into my old Honda Civic. Got in. Started the engine. My mother was standing in the doorway, arms crossed. My father was next to her, looking uncomfortable but saying nothing. Emma was crying on the front lawn. And there, on the grass, was the black ash stain where my pride flag had burned. I put the car in reverse and drove away. Didn't look back. Sarah's apartment in Tempe was small but clean. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a galley kitchen. She'd already cleared out her spare room for me. It's not much, but it's yours, she said as I carried my suitcases in. Stay as long as you need. I can't thank you enough. You don't have to thank me. You're my friend. This is what friends do. I collapsed on the bed in the spare room and finally let myself cry. Not just cry, sob. Huge, body-shaking sobs that I'd been holding in since the flag burned. Sarah sat with me, rubbing my back, not saying anything. Just being there. When I finally calmed down enough to speak, I said, she burned it in front of everyone. Made sure the whole neighborhood saw. Mrs. Henderson filmed it and posted it on Facebook. I know. I saw. I'm so sorry. I can't believe she did that. My own mother. Some people care more about their beliefs than their children. How do I come back from this? How do I rebuild? One day at a time. You find work. You save money. You build your own life. You surround yourself with people who actually love you. What about Emma? I left her there. Emma will be okay. She's young, but she's smart. And someday, when she's older, she'll understand why you had to leave. And she'll find you. I hope so. I can't lose her too. You won't. Sisters have a way of finding each other. The first few weeks were the hardest. I couldn't sleep. Couldn't eat. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that flag burning. Saw my mother's face. Heard her shouting about gay propaganda. I replayed it obsessively. Wondered what I could have done differently. Wondered if I should have just stayed closeted, kept the peace, waited longer. But then I'd remember, she didn't just reject me privately. She made it public. Spectacular. She wanted everyone to see her burn that flag. Wanted everyone to know she rejected her gay daughter. That wasn't a private disagreement. That was a public execution of our relationship. I started applying for jobs immediately. Entry-level graphic design positions. Anything that would pay. I had a degree but no real experience beyond school projects. I landed some freelance gigs on Fiverr and Upwork. $20 logos. $50 website designs. Barely enough to contribute to rent and buy food. But it was something. Emma texted me every day. Short messages. Miss you. When can I see you? Mom won't talk about what happened. I called her when I knew she'd be alone, when our parents were at work or church. Why did you leave? She asked during one call. Mom said you chose being gay over family. That's not what happened, Em. I didn't choose to be gay. I just am. And Mom couldn't accept that. She burned something really important to me, and she did it in a way that was meant to hurt and embarrass me. I couldn't stay after that. Are you ever coming back? I don't think so. Not to live. Not while Mom feels the way she does. She says you're confused. That college brainwashed you. I'm not confused. I know exactly who I am. And college didn't brainwash me. It just gave me space to be myself. I don't understand. You will someday. When you're older. For now, just know that I love you and I'm always going to be your sister. I love you too. Those calls with Emma were the only thing keeping me connected to my old life. And even those felt tenuous. I knew my mother would find out eventually and put a stop to them. After 6 months in Tempe, I got a real job offer. A small design firm in Phoenix needed a junior designer. $45,000 a year. Benefits. Actual stability. I took it immediately. Sarah helped me find a cheap studio apartment. $600 a month. Tiny. But mine. For the first time since leaving home, I felt like maybe I could actually build a life. Actually survive this. But the pain didn't go away. The memory of that flag burning, of my mother's face, of Emma crying on the lawn, it stayed with me. Replayed in quiet moments. Woke me up at night. I thought about going to therapy but couldn't afford it on my salary. So I just pushed through. Worked. Designed. Survived. And slowly, painfully, I started to rebuild. By 2015, I'd been at the design firm for a year and was doing well. My boss liked my work. I was getting better projects, more responsibility. The pay was still modest, but I was managing. Then one of my clients, a startup in Austin, Texas, offered me a full-time position as their in-house designer. $60,000 a year. Health insurance. Relocation package. I'd never been to Austin. Didn't know anyone there. But it was far from Phoenix. Far from my mother. Far from that burning flag. I said yes. Sarah was sad to see me go but understood. You need a fresh start. Somewhere with no memories. Austin's supposed to be really LGBTQ friendly. Lots of pride flags. Presumably not burning. You're going to be great there. I know it. I packed up my tiny studio apartment and drove to Austin in June 2015, exactly 1 year after my mother burned my flag. The drive took 14 hours. I did it in one day, too anxious to stop. Arrived in Austin at midnight, checked into a cheap motel, and collapsed. The next morning, I woke up in a new city. A new state. A new life. And for the first time in a year, I felt hopeful. Austin was everything Phoenix wasn't. Liberal, artsy, weird in the best way. I saw pride flags everywhere, on houses, in businesses, on cars. No one was burning them. No one was shouting about gay propaganda. People just existed. Gay, straight, trans, whatever. No one cared. It was normal. I found an apartment in East Austin. Started my new job. Met coworkers who were friendly and welcoming. Some were LGBTQ themselves. Some weren't. Nobody made a big deal about it. For the first time in my life, I wasn't the gay daughter or the rejected one or the sinner. I was just Rachel. A graphic designer. A person. It felt revolutionary. I kept in touch with Emma as best I could, but it got harder as she got older. My parents monitored her phone more. Questioned who she was talking to. She had to be sneaky about contacting me. By 2017, I'd been in Austin for 2 years and was thriving. I'd left the startup and was freelancing full-time, making more money than I ever had. I had friends. A community. A life I'd built entirely on my own terms. And then I met Kate. She was a photographer, hired to shoot an event I'd designed posters for. We started talking during the setup, realized we had chemistry, exchanged numbers. Our first date was coffee that turned into dinner that turned into walking around downtown Austin until 2 a.m., talking about everything. Kate was beautiful and smart and funny. And she was out. Had been since high school. Her family was supportive. She couldn't even imagine what I'd been through. Your mother burned your pride flag? On the front lawn? While people watched? Yeah. That's insane. That's abusive. I know. But she thought she was saving me. From what? Being happy? From sin, in her view. From hell. From perversion. Pick your religious justification. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I survived. I'm here. I'm okay. You're more than okay. You're incredible. We dated for a year before moving in together. Kate had a small house in South Austin, and I moved in with her and my ridiculous amount of design equipment. Life was good. Better than good. I had work I loved, a partner I adored, a city that felt like home. I hadn't spoken to my mother in 3 years. Hadn't been back to Phoenix. Had zero contact with my parents. Emma and I talked occasionally, but it was sporadic. She was in high school now, busy with her own life. I could tell our parents discouraged contact with me, and I didn't want to make things harder for her. So I let her come to me when she could. Didn't push. In 2019, I opened my own design studio. Connor Creative Design. Small office in East Austin. Started with just me, then hired 2 employees. Business was good. Really good. Kate and I got married in 2020, right before the pandemic. Small ceremony at a park, just us and close friends. Kate's family came. Sarah came. Emma didn't, she was 17 and our parents wouldn't let her. But she sent a card. Congratulations. I love you. Wish I could be there. That card sat on my desk for months. By 2022, Kate and I bought a loft downtown. $420,000, which seemed like an insane amount of money but was apparently normal for Austin real estate. 2 stories, industrial style, huge windows. Our dream home. We got a dog, a golden retriever named Bailey. Decorated with pride flags and art from LGBTQ artists. Built a life that was exactly what we wanted. I was 31 years old. Successful business owner. Married to someone I loved. Happy. Everything my mother had said I'd never have. Everything her rejection was supposed to deny me. I had it all. And she had no idea. We didn't talk. I'd blocked her number years ago. Blocked my father's. I had no contact with them whatsoever. Sometimes I'd think about them. Wonder if they ever regretted what happened. If my mother ever thought about that burning flag and felt shame. I doubted it. People like her didn't change. Didn't grow. They just doubled down on their beliefs and convinced themselves they were right. Emma was the only connection I maintained to that life. And even that was tenuous. She was in college now, Arizona State, same school I'd gone to. We texted occasionally. She'd visit Austin once or twice a year, though she never told our parents. I'd take her to LGBTQ events. Show her the Pride Parade. Let her see what life could look like with acceptance and community. She'd ask sometimes, "Do you ever miss them? Mom and Dad?" I miss who I thought they were. I don't miss who they actually are. Do you think they miss you? I think my mother misses the daughter she wanted me to be. Not the daughter I actually am. That's sad. Yeah. It is. But I'd built something better. Something real. A life full of love and acceptance and pride. Not the fake, conditional love my mother offered. The real thing. And that was enough. Until one day in spring 2024, when my phone rang and everything changed. Emma's number. I answered immediately. "Hey Em, what's up?" Sobbing. Loud, uncontrollable sobbing. "Emma? What's wrong? What happened?" I told them, she managed between sobs. I told Mom and Dad. About me. About Madison. My blood ran cold. Told them what? That I'm gay. That I have a girlfriend. That we've been together 6 months. I brought Madison home to meet them and I just told them. Oh no. Oh Emma. What did they say? Mom freaked out. Started screaming. Crying. She said not again, not another daughter. She banned Madison from the house. Told her to leave. Madison was crying. It was awful, Rachel. It was so awful. Where are you now? In my dorm. Madison's here with me. But Mom keeps calling. She's devastated. She keeps saying she doesn't know what to do. That she doesn't know how to handle this. I'm so sorry, Em. I wish I could have prepared you better. Warned you. I knew it wouldn't go well. But I didn't think it would be that bad. She was screaming about sin and perversion and God's plan. Just like she did with me. Yeah. I closed my eyes. History repeating itself. My mother, faced with a second gay daughter, responding the exact same way. With panic and rejection and religious fury. Rachel, she wants to talk to you. What? No. Absolutely not. She's asking how to support me. How to be a good mom about this. She said you went through it, you know how. She wants your advice. I almost laughed. The audacity. The sheer fucking audacity. She wants MY advice? After what she did to me? She's desperate, Rachel. She's terrified she'll lose me. She knows she messed up with you. She wants to do better with me. Put her on the phone. Are you sure? Put her on. I heard rustling. Emma's voice saying, she'll talk to you. Then my mother's voice. Older. Strained. I hadn't heard it in 10 years. Rachel. It's your mother. I said nothing. Emma told us she's gay. That she has a girlfriend. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to support her. You went through this. You know how this works. Please. Teach me how to be a good mother to her. Silence. I counted in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. Let her wait. Let her feel the discomfort. Finally, I spoke. My voice was ice. Do you remember, Mom? Remember what? June 14, 2014. 10 years ago. Do you remember that day? Silence on her end now. My pride flag. The one I hung in my bedroom window. Do you remember what you did with it? Rachel. You ripped it down. Took it to the front lawn. Poured Kingsford lighter fluid on it. Lit it with your Zippo. Burned it while the neighbors watched. While Mrs. Henderson filmed it on her phone. I was trying to protect you. You screamed about gay propaganda. About your Christian home. About not tolerating sin. You made sure everyone could hear you. Everyone could see. I thought I was doing the right thing. Then I left. Packed 2 suitcases in 40 minutes and left. And you know what you said? You said if I walked out, I was choosing that lifestyle over family. You said you wouldn't support me. That I'd be on my own. I was wrong. You want to know how to support Emma? Yes. Please. Tell me how. Start with that memory. The burning flag. Sit with it. Really sit with it. Think about what you did. Think about how it felt to watch your mother burn something important to you while neighbors filmed it. Think about being 21 years old, newly out, and having your own mother publicly humiliate you. Rachel, please. Think about 10 years of silence. 10 years of no contact. 10 years of not knowing if your daughter is alive or dead or happy or suffering. Think about all the moments you missed because you chose your ideology over your child. I want to do better with Emma. Maybe then, after you've really sat with all of that, you'll understand how not to support your daughter. You'll understand exactly what not to do. And maybe, if you're very lucky, you'll figure out the opposite. Please, just tell me what to say to her. No. You had 10 years to reach out to me. 10 years to apologize. 10 years to show any growth or change. You didn't. You waited until another daughter came out, until it affected you again, until you needed something from me. That's not growth, Mom. That's desperation. I'm trying to be better. You're trying to keep Emma. That's not the same thing. You would have let me stay gone forever if Emma had turned out straight. We both know that. That's not fair. Life isn't fair. You taught me that. When you burned my flag. When you chose your beliefs over your daughter. Now you get to live with those choices. Please don't do this. Please help me. She's my daughter. I was your daughter too. Remember my burning flag, Mom. Start there. I hung up before she could respond. My hands were shaking. Kate had come into the room during the conversation and was standing in the doorway. That was your mother. Yeah. Emma came out. Yeah. And your mother wants your help supporting her. Yeah. What did you say? I told her to remember my burning flag and figure it out herself. Kate crossed the room and pulled me into her arms. Held me tight while I shook. You okay? I don't know. Emma's going through what I went through. And I can't help my mother be better to her than she was to me. I can't. I won't. You don't have to. That's not your responsibility. But Emma, we can help. Emma, we can support. Emma can come here. But you don't owe your mother anything. Not forgiveness. Not education. Not a roadmap to being a decent parent. She had 10 years to learn. She chose not to. My phone rang again. Emma. Rachel, please don't be mad at me for putting Mom on. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at her. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Can I come stay with you? For the summer? I can't be here right now. It's too much. Of course. Yes. Absolutely. When can you leave? Tonight? Is that too soon? Tonight is perfect. Pack whatever you need. Drive safe. Text me when you're on the road. Can Madison come too? Yes. Both of you. We have space. Thank you. Thank you so much. Emma, listen to me. You're going to be okay. I promise. You're going to be okay because I'm here and Kate's here and we've got you. Okay? Okay. Now pack up and get out of there. Come home. Home. Austin. Not Phoenix. Austin was home now. Emma and Madison arrived at 3 a.m., exhausted and shell-shocked. We gave them the guest room, got them settled, and let them sleep. The next morning, over breakfast, Emma told us everything. Every detail of the confrontation with our mother. How Carol had screamed and cried. How she'd told Madison to leave and never come back. How she'd said Emma was confused, brainwashed, sinful. All the same words. All the same script. A decade later, and nothing had changed. I'm so sorry you went through that, I told Emma. You deserve so much better. Did Mom really burn your pride flag? Yeah. On the front lawn. In broad daylight. While the neighbors watched. That's insane. That's Mom. That's who she is when her beliefs are challenged. She doesn't adapt. She attacks. I thought maybe she'd be different with me. I'm her baby. I thought maybe she'd try harder. She might. Eventually. When she gets desperate enough. But not because she's grown. Because she doesn't want to lose you like she lost me. She keeps calling. Asking where I am. I haven't answered. Good. Let her worry. Let her sit with what she did. Maybe it'll teach her something. Or maybe it won't. Or maybe it won't. Emma and Madison stayed all summer. We got them connected with an LGBTQ youth center. Set Emma up with a therapist who specialized in religious trauma. Helped Madison find a summer internship. Slowly, Emma started to heal. Started to laugh again. Started to believe that being gay wasn't a sin or a sickness, but just part of who she was. My mother called my phone constantly. I never answered. She left voicemails that I deleted without listening. Sent texts that I blocked. She was desperate, frantic, wanting to know where Emma was. I didn't tell her. Let her panic. Let her feel the helplessness of not knowing where your child is or if they're safe. She'd put me through that for 10 years. She could handle it for a summer. In August, Emma decided to transfer to UT Austin. Wanted to stay in Texas, near me and Kate. Wanted to build a life somewhere she felt safe. Are you sure? I asked. Arizona State is a good school. I'm sure. I can't go back there. Not to that house. Not to Mom. I need distance. And I need you. You'll always have me. You know that. I know. That's why I want to stay. She enrolled at UT, found an apartment near campus. Kate and I helped her move in, bought her furniture, got her settled. For the first time since that burning flag, I felt like I had family again. Real family. Chosen family. Emma and Madison and Kate and our ridiculous dog Bailey. We celebrated Emma's 20th birthday that fall with a small party at our loft. Pride flags everywhere. No one burning them. Just love and acceptance and joy. Everything our mother had said we'd never have. Everything her rejection was supposed to deny us. We had it all. And she was alone in Phoenix, sitting with her choices. That felt like justice. That felt like enough.